Hello learners, welcome to my channel. Today we will be studying about main method in Java. So we already have seen public static void main string args. This main method we have discussed a couple of times about this. So today we will have a detailed discussion and an explanation via example that what exactly each of these elements in the main method signify and what they are used for. So before starting the vlog, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Also don't forget to hit the bell icon, and if you have any kind of doubts, please do mention in the comment section that what are your doubts. I will try to solve your queries. So let us understand what this public static void main string args is. In the Java program, the point from where the program execution starts is the main method, and the Java compiler only understands the main method, which means any method or anything you declare outside the main method needs to be called inside the main method, otherwise those programs will not get executed. Also, when the Java program is being executed, the java.exe executable program is being called. Now, public static void main. Here in this image, you can easily see that public is an access specifier or modifier. Please do watch my access modifier vlog in order to understand the access modifiers better. Static is a keyword. Definitely we will understand in the upcoming slides what static is all about. Void is a return type, which means a no return type. Main is the method name, and string args is the array that is of string data type. So as all of you know the syntax of the main method, and you people are quite familiar with this syntax as I have used this syntax a couple of times and also explained you what this syntax is all about. Definitely this vlog is about a detailed explanation of this method. So now let us understand what the public element of the public static void main is. It is an access modifier, and which can be accessed even from outside the class, from outside the package, even from within the package, even from within the class, which means the method which is defined as an public access modifier is accessible globally. Okay, so this thing you have to keep in mind, and also to watch my access modifier blog. You will get a detailed understanding of what the access modifiers are and where to use them and when to use them. So learners, now let us understand what the static element of this public static void main is. It is a keyword. Remember, it is a keyword that is when associated with the method, making it a class related method. Class related method means suppose you are declaring and defining a method outside the class, which means you need an object of the class in order to access the method, right? So whenever you are declaring the method with the static keyword, which means the Java compiler understands that this is a member of the class itself. So you do not need to create an extra object of the class, which means in the next line it is written the main method is static so that Java compiler can invoke it without instantiating the class. Means instantiating a class means without creating an object for the class. Okay, you can access the method. Also, whenever you are creating an object for the class, which means a memory space is being created, which is used by the object in order to perform the specified job. Okay, so whenever you are declaring it as static, means you are not creating an object of the class, which means you are saving the memory, that is saving the vestige of the memory also. Now let's come to the void element of the public static void main. Void is nothing, but it is a return type. But void is what? It is a no return type, which means when you are declaring a method, if you are not declaring the method with a void data type, which means it has to return a value. Okay, and whenever you are declaring a method with a void data type, which means it is not compulsory for the method to return a value. So this is the main method which the Java compiler looks for. Now, whatever methods you declare outside the main method must be called inside the main method for the methods to work properly, because Java compiler only understands the main method. And remember, main is not a keyword in public static void main. Only static is the keyword in public static void main. Now, string args, okay, it stores Java command line arguments and is an array of type java.lang.string class. Now, what is a Java? Java is a package, lang is a sub package of the Java package, and string is a class of the lang package. Okay, now here the name of the string array is args. So the name of the array is args. Everyone knows what an array is. Definitely, I will also create a vlog and make you understand in detail about what exactly an array is and how an array works. But remember one thing, that it is not necessary that you have to name the array as args only. You can use your own defined name also. So learners, now let us understand that exactly if we do not maintain the main method properly, what errors can we face. See here, instead of the public static void main, we have changed the public to private. So what is the error that is being shown after you compile the program? That main method not found in class. If you want to remove the public and use any kind of other access modifiers, then definitely you have to inherit or import the javafx.application.application class first, and then you can do that. Otherwise, you have to use public access modifier for the main method. If you change the public access modifier to any other access modifier, the following yellow highlighted error message will pop up once you compile the program. So remember this and do not change the nomenclature of the main method. Now, if we do not use the static keyword, like if we use public void main instead of public static void main, then what will happen? Main method is not static in class test. Please define the main method as public static void main string arg. So you have to use the static keyword, otherwise the following error message is going to pop up while compiling the program. Now learners, if we do not use the return type void, if we use any other type of data type apart from void, that is, see here, instead of using public static void main, it is written as public static int main. And despite being the fact in the program a value of 1 is being returned, but the error is shown as main method must return a value of type void in class main. Okay, so the main method has to be a no return type method. That is, the data type of the main method has to be no return type, that is void, not any other data type apart from void. Learners, the main part, that is, if we don't use the main method, instead of main method we are changing the name of the method, that is my main instead of main. So main method is the method which the Java compiler looks for. Okay, so here the error what throws at the time of compilation of the program is main method is not found in class. Definitely that is not found. Please define the main method as public static void main, or you have to import javafx.application.application class. Okay, so this you have to keep in mind and be very sure that the nomenclature of the public static void main string args should be as it is. Do not change it. Now learners, let us understand what is the difference between argument and parameter. I have seen a lot of people getting confused about arguments and parameters. So let us deep dive into it. So first of all, let us understand what argument is. An argument is a value passed to a function when the function is being called. That is, when you are calling the function, there you are passing a value, correct? Some value for the function being called. So that value is known as argument. Whenever any function is called during the execution of the program, there are some values passed within the function, right? These values are known as the arguments. An argument, when passed with the function, replaces with those variables. That means the argument replaces the parameters. Okay, I'll make you understand by an example. So let's look at an example of the argument. Learners, this is an example of the argument. So there is a class example. Inside that there is a that is public static int multiply, that is a kind of method. Then you have public static void main. Okay, so here multiply, the public static int multiply has two variables, both are of integer data type, variable a and b. So this variable a and b is the parameter, and the multiply method is being called under the main method. Here int product equal to multiply. Okay, so here that x and y, that is exactly the value. X variable has a value of 2, y variable has a value of 5. So 2 gets replaced in place of x, 5 gets replaced in place of y. Okay, so this x and y, where the multiply method is being called, so in the called environment, this x and y is known as arguments. Learners, now what is a parameter? A parameter is a variable used to define a particular value during a function definition. Whenever we define a function, we introduce our compiler with some variables that have been used in running that function, right? So whenever the function is defined, like we are using any variable which will be, holding the value that is being passed in the argument. So the value is the argument, and the variable while defining the method is the parameter. Okay, so remember one thing, while you are defining a method, so if you are mentioning any variable with the method signature, so that is known as a parameter. And when the method is being called, so there you are providing some values. So that is known as the argument. So let us understand about parameter with an example. Now, learners, let us understand about the example of parameter. Here we have a class example. We have two methods. Okay, one is main, one is multiply. So the public static int main, first bracket open, int a comma int b, first bracket close. This entire thing is known as the signature of the method. Okay, so wherever there is a signature of the method, it means you are defining the method, and this int a and int b where you are defining the method is the parameter of the method. Okay, now here under the main method you are calling the method. Only the method name is enough to call the method. You do not need the entire signature while calling the method. Now multiply x comma y, x as a value of 2, y as a value of 5. Here before this calling this method we have initialized x and y variable. Okay, so you are actually passing the actual value while calling the method multiply under main method. So this actual value is known as the argument of the method, and where you are defining the method with the signature, that is known as the parameter of the method. Hello learners, thank you for watching my vlog, and also I think that you have now a clear understanding of what exactly public static void main string args is. And if you have any kind of questions, do put it in the comments box. I'll definitely try to solve those, and please do like, share and subscribe my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon. More videos are coming up in near future, so please do press the bell icon also.